How are we doing, everybody? Mike Martinez, and today I got the pleasure of sitting here in the Cherry Hill office, Metro Public Adjustment Office in Cherry Hill, with the president of the company, Mr. Steve McCaffrey. Steve, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're celebrating a lot of great milestones with the company, and we're going to be next week, as a matter of fact, doing one of the biggest events of the year, which is our convention, our 3-day convention in Atlantic City. And I can tell you, before we even get started, last year's convention, I believe you sparked a lot of interest, or you sparked a lot of motivation when you were talking about 10xing your business. Why don't you 10x your business? Why don't you think bigger? And that message really resonated with me, and I know a lot of people that it did. And now we're talking about Metro 2.0. Can you tell me a little bit about that change and what that means?
Well, so each year we go into a new mindset with the year coming up, and we build on what we have projected, right? So last year we did talk about a 10x principle, and the 10x principle should be embedded in the way business works. And the reason I say that is most people think too small. They don't think that they can achieve big things. And so, if you wanted to make a goal of $100,000 of income in a year, and you fell short, maybe you get 80,000. But if you say make that 10x, right, 10 times 100,000, that's $1 million, and you fall short, maybe you hit 500,000. So if you think bigger, and so even from last year, this year, I didn't achieve all the things that I set out to achieve for this year's convention with attendance, and I'm like, and I'm going to talk about that as part of the 10x principle. But the key to this business, and quite frankly any business, is that you keep building, and then you create new plans, and you execute those new plans, and you never give up, right? So yeah, did we hit the exact 10x mark? No, we fell way short of it for this year's convention as far as attendance goes, but we still achieved a massive amount of monumental things, and that's why I realize, and you talk about motivation. Motivation is, look, you can be motivated when things are going great. It's when things aren't going great that you need to stay motivated. And there's good days and bad days in everybody's life and everybody's business. Things come upon us that we're not expecting, and it's just that motivation internally, because you have a vision of something to keep pressing on in your business and in life, or whatever that goal is. Last year I couldn't run, so this year I'm back to running. I'm just getting back into it. And I tweaked my calf. I'm like, so I've been working every day, only 2 miles. And I ran 26 miles at one time in my life, not that long ago. But you just rebuild, right? Right. So 2.0 is like, all right, 10x is always going to be like everybody in business wants to achieve bigger things. I mean, you would be lying to yourself as a business owner if you didn't want to achieve bigger things. So. And we're a business. Metro's a business. The people in Metro are franchised into the Metro umbrella, and they're all businesses. So they don't always achieve what they set out to, but they want to, right? So how do you take a wish and a want to into reality? Is that you keep pressing on, and sometimes businesses take off and like rocket ships, but most businesses don't. Most businesses, they evolve over time, and as you mentioned, I mean we have done some big things. From a technology standpoint, from new promotion standpoints, we're readjusting our things. Metro 2.0 is a realignment, and of good things that worked in the past, they continue to still work, but the new things that need to change, and making sure that those things work together. So that's what 2.0 is all about. Is this the recognition of what we need to do in the future, but as well as what still exists from the past.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Everybody wants to grow, and I personally believe it's human inclination to want to be as big as you can. But a lot of times we shut ourselves down. So it's important to have a leader that puts in front of you always a goal in which you want to strive for, right? Because a lot of times we shut ourselves down. No, I can't accomplish that. And last year with the 10x, that inspired me, right? And I know it inspired a lot of people. And to be honest with you, I don't believe the economy controls our business, but there's a lot of people that do believe that. So being the economy that we're living in now, and in some situations it's very tough, this is the ideal time, I believe, to have a metro business. I believe it's an ideal time to be spreading the word about instead of going into your pocket to fix the roof, we can have the insurance company pay for that, right? So it's a matter of us going out there and just sharing that. What do you see as far as the economy and where Metro is going?
Well, you touched on a very, very important point, and one thing you should always do is dig your well before you run out of water, and that's the concept of don't get, like, things may be going okay, maybe you have whatever job you're working, or maybe you got plenty of income, so you're gonna fix the house out of your own pocket. All of a sudden you turn around and things changed. You didn't know it, right? You weren't expecting it. But if you're always prepared, if you're one of the things that we love about our business is the entrepreneurship, is the fact that we can be in control of the decisions. And so even if you have a full-time job that has great income, there's no guarantee that's always going to be here. So if you are in the driver's seat and you become full-time with this, or even if it's part-time and it's extra income, it's if the well ever dries up, you got another well that you're gaining water from. So
Right.
That's always, people, like, they get complacent thinking, oh, things are great. And one thing, one of my mentors, Art Williams, always said, and I live by it because I see it even in Metro, we never stop trying to conquer new territory. That comes with challenges.
Right.
We could have been complacent and just, kind of rode things out. And so because of those challenges, like, all right, things are never as good as they seem, they're never as bad as they seem. And that's just in general. That's in all businesses. That's and I always use the word fundamental, right? There's certain fundamentals of life, like every day the sun's going to come up and it's going to go down at the end of the night, right? So in business, there's fundamentals. And one of the fundamentals is there is no, like Jed Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies where he shoots a gun and there's an oil well in his backyard. But if you continue to build, all of a sudden, there's a concept called compounding. In finance, there's compounding. And that's, people look at $1 and they say, well, if I put it in the bank, it's worth $1. Right? You don't get a lot of interest in the bank. But as that dollar compounds, it's worth $1.50 and it's worth $2. So in business, it's the same thing. It doesn't seem like things are really happening. And all of a sudden, because you work at it every day, and just today, you introduced me some really key people that are part of your team that I was like, wow. And then some people that came back that are part of your team that, wow, right? Mm-hmm. Because you never give up, because you're always building. So that's a fundamental principle in all businesses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, guys, we're going to end this soon, but one of the things that I can tell you, I've been with the company for over 11 years now, and my level of personal development has grown just because of Metro, just because of this man, just because of the goals he sets for the company, just because he pushes me sometimes out of my comfort zone where I'm not comfortable, but he makes me do things or pushes me to do things just by, pressing little buttons, right? So if you're out there and you're looking for an opportunity, this is where you need to be. You need to pick up the phone, call somebody that's in Metro, call myself and say, I'd like to get more information on this. If you are part of Metro, you should be in that convention that we're going to have next week, and you're going to come back fired up, because if I could tell you anything, every single time I've gone to the convention and came back, my mind is blown. I don't even know where to go, right? And every time I've just taken my life and my business to another level. So I'm encouraging you. We got the leadership, we have the method, we have the system in place. All you have to do is step in and prove it to yourself that you can get this done. Anything else you want to say?
Well, there's a big cost to this business, and you should know that. So we should be transparent with people. You know what the cost is? The cost is your time and effort.
Yeah.
We've literally got this business to a point. There's no cost. You can only make money here, and that's how good it is. But there is an investment of your time, and something you touch on very, very important. I know I don't want to get too long because I know people lose their attention span, but stay tuned for this one concept. And you said this, Michael. you are surrounded by successful-minded people, and that is a treasure by itself that has value that you have no idea. It has value financially, it has value personally, it has value in your health, your spiritual life, and your family, because so often in our lives, and you know it when you look in the mirror, you know it if you listen to what's around you, you're bombarded by negativity. But when you're around successful-minded people, all of a sudden you leave and you're like, you're a little more excited.
It's amazing, yeah.
Because the people in the room are also looking for achievement. So that's a big component that's undervalued here. So
Huge.
We look forward to seeing you.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And all I could say is pick up the phone, give one of us a call, reach out to us. My website is southjerseypublicadjuster.com. You can reach us by we're all over the place, guys. If you want to take your life to the next level, I'm telling you, you need to be part of this. Hopefully we'll be speaking soon.